What's going on, people? I hope everybody is cool. So, I wanted to hop on here real quick, man, and respond to a video posted by Rivah TV, where she responded to a video posted by TV show host Sheri Shepard, who was talking about her opinions on some of the fashion choices at this year's Oscars event, right? Sheri Shepard was in disagreement with some of the fashion choices that some of the women chose to wear, and so was Rivah TV. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the clip from Rivah TV talking about her response to Sheri Shepard's response in regards to some of the attire worn at the Oscars by Megan Thee Stallion and a couple of others. And then I'm going to come back with my commentary as well. So without further ado, here we go. Let's see what Rivah TV has to say and Sheri Shepard. Here we go, live, straight from the phone, all right? Hit play.
Guys,
Bang.
it's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. And, you know, I gotta be honest, this conversation is something that I'm realizing that we are constantly having to have at least once or twice a year by people who decide to stand up and regulate the culture as we see it. Okay. Recently, Sheri Shepard actually decided to speak on the attire worn by, I believe, I forgot what this woman's name is. I think it's Julia Fox. She's, you know, kind of irrelevant to the conversation. The main point that ended up going viral with what Sheri Shepard was talking about was when she addressed the, you know, wardrobe that Meg Thee Stallion wore to the Oscars. And it had the internet in a chokehold, okay? The women, you know, of the sisterhood who reunite that you can't tell us nothing, can't nobody talk to us, can't nobody check us. They were coming for Sheri Shepard's jugular. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and press play, and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and my opinion on this entire conversation.
Zoe Kravitz graced us with her butt crack. You could see everything. Megan Thee Stallion wore a dark green gown with only matching green pasties to cover up her breasts. And so this is where I have to put my auntie Sheri wig on. And I say this with all of the love that I have. Ladies, this is not it. And I say this because there are young women, young girls who are looking up to all of you.
Now, this immediately reminded me of the conversation, I believe it was 2 years ago, that India Ari had, which we all, listen, if we don't know, if y'all are new here and you guys are unaware, I love India Ari. Okay, I love her music. I love that neo soul sound. And just for you know, for sake, I also want to say, you know, that my thoughts and my heart is with Angie Stone's family. But I just give thanks for the era of neo soul music that I grew up in and grew up around, you know, the likes of the India Ari, the Lauryn Hill, the Angie Stone, right? And I can go down so many different avenues. But there was a plethora of role models that we could have looked, you know, adjacent to or looked up to and said, wow, you know, there are so many different options of the type of woman that I could be, not just ratchet, shake your tailbone, shake your tail feather, and, you know, walk around with the booty cheeks hanging out. Like, no, there were other women who were, you know, posing a standard of class, of, you know, self-respect, of, you know, loving yourself within your authenticity, whom I love so much. And again, this conversation of Sheri Shepard, you know, calling Megan Thee Stallion's outfit out and saying, hey, there's other women who are looking up to you, again, directly reminded me of this, you know, clip of India Ari defending herself against the sisterhood, the angry, you know, sisterhood coming at her for sharing the same sentiments.
The concept that anytime a woman says anything, even in the vicinity of another woman, she's being catty and she's fighting. And so now we got this headline about what I supposedly did. Who I was addressing were the people in the comments, explaining to them that the video in question, not Meg Thee Stallion, not Janelle, but the video in question was out of context for the Essence Festival. Essence is a 53-year-old institution that was always about wholesome Black entertainment. The brand shifted right under people's feet. That's what I meant when I said context. What I did was jump into the comment section, and in fact, in defense of someone who was in the comment section trying to explain her Trust of Essence brand being broken, I commented about the context. That's what I did. We all know everybody twerks. Everybody knows who Megan Thee Stallion is. She's one of the biggest stars in the world, and so is Janelle. Everybody knows what they're about and what they do. We weren't saying that they shouldn't do what they do. We were saying context, which is what my message said.
I want to go ahead and actually read this comment that she is, defending. And it says, the issue is what is context. Humanity does everything, but does everything belong in a stage? No. Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? No. So when we as a culture make something like this mainstream, it shows a lack of discretion and discernment. To those in the comments who laugh at anyone who wants these things for our culture, you certainly have that right. Just as many folks have the right to want our mainstream international export our music to show us in a respectful light. I'd like to go on the record saying this won't age well, and that's my issue. I love Janelle and Meg the way I love us all, and I don't like this moment. Don't bother debating me, LOL, I don't care, and I do this. For 25 years, I've done this, so read, ponder, or don't. And so at this point, it's like 27 years, okay? And my girl, India Ari, she already knows how much I love her. She said what she said, as she should. The issue that I'm having is that we're in this era now, especially within the realms of Black culture, okay? And there was a lot of people who, I only played you guys a small snippet of what Sheri Shepard said. I'm going to play some more. There was a plethora of people who were like, oh, if it was a white woman, she wouldn't have said that. Oh, if it was somebody else, she wouldn't have said this. Again, there's so many different facets of examples of role models out there for different cultures, right? You have like the Sabrina Carpenters who dresses like, kind of classy and old fashioned. You have like, whether people like Taylor Swift or not, the way that she, dresses herself and responds or, exposes herself, or the lack thereof, I should say, to her own audience. There's different fonts, right? We, as a Black culture, are displaying one kind of font, okay? And the one kind of font is trashy. The one kind of font is classless. Lack of tact. I'm just gonna be real, okay? What we displaying is trifling. I gotta be honest with you. It is. And if you guys are offended by what I'm saying, you must fit in the trifling box.
All of you. And you're going to have these young girls, these young ladies emulating you. And you remember when your grandmother would tell you, let them use their imagination. Be a little mysterious. But, when they look at these girls, they don't have any secrets. Nobody gets to use imagination.
This is the thing, right? She's saying that, leave something to imagination.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it right there because I don't want the video to carry on too long. So basically, Sheri Shepard was expressing her displeasure and her distaste for some of the fashion choices at this year's Oscars event by Megan Thee Stallion and a couple of other people. Rivah TV also expressed the same thing. Now, here's what I have to say to that, man. Here's what I have to say to that. We live in a world where everything is off limits, right? Especially elegance, especially sophistication. Okay? But I have to say, I completely agree with Sheri Shepard. As a heterosexual Black man, okay, who likes to see beautiful Black women, all right? I definitely agree with Sheri Shepard and Rivah TV that there is a time and a place for everything, okay? See, nowadays, man, people want freedom to wear anything, anywhere, all right? Even if it means showing up to a fine dining event in something that looks like a swimsuit. All right? We're losing the sense of occasion. See, that's the problem. Nobody cares what kind of occasion are we going to anymore. Or what kind of occasion? Remember when that question used to get asked? Well, what kind of occasion is it so I can know how to dress? People want to throw that out the window. The idea that different settings call for different styles of dress, it's gone. Right? It's almost as if people want to rebel against the idea of sophistication itself. But here's the thing. There needs to be a place for elegance, for refinement, for class. Not every event is meant for skin tight, sheer, barely there outfits. I'm just going to say it, man. Some occasions call for dignity and grace. Right? And it's sad to see people trying to erase that standard altogether. Yes, people want to get rid of that. They want to get rid of class. They want to get rid of elegance. They want to get rid of sophistication, suit and tie. They want to get rid of it. Well, it doesn't matter what kind of event it is. I'm just going to come in half naked with some heels on, girl, because I just want to be comfortable. Yeah. You know, man, there was a study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, came out in 2024. It found that many women dress provocatively due to societal expectations and the belief that they will receive more validation and compliments. Another study from Psychology of Women Quarterly came out before that one in 2023, reported that social media reinforces the idea that revealing clothing equals desirability, leading many women to feel that modesty is less valued. But hey, listen, coming from a black man like me, I'm going to tell you that's a lie. That's a lie, man. Here's the thing. I've seen plenty of women look absolutely stunning while fully dressed. Yes, you don't have to be half naked to be attractive. You don't. And this is just coming, I'm just talking to women who feel that you have to show a lot of skin. You have to wear skin tight clothes, to be attractive. You don't. Okay. I'm going to give you all a few examples, man. Take a look at some of these pictures right here. This is Judge Faith Jenkins. All right? Always classy, always elegant, and still undeniably beautiful. Okay. Fully dressed. You cannot tell me that Judge Faith doesn't look good fully dressed. If she walked into a place looking like this, she would definitely get attention. What about Hillary Banks from The Fresh Prince? Stylish, graceful, never needed to show everything to stand out. Hillary Banks was always fly on The Fresh Prince, and she never wore clothes that looked skimpy or showing a bunch of skin. She never wore clothes like that. And she was still cold. What about Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show? A powerful woman, feminine and poised, right? Showing that sophistication is always in style. Then you got Angela Rye. Look at Angela Rye. Angela Rye, a modern example of a woman who looks incredible while still dressing, with some sophistication. What about, then you got women from the past like Lynn Moody, a very beautiful actress, Thelma from Good Times. Both of them beautiful, naturally, okay, dressed with dignity and still turn heads. These women look good fully dressed. You don't have to show a bunch of skin in order to get attention. These women prove that you don't have to wear a mini dress with cutouts to be noticed. All right. Now, in regards to Sheri Shepard's comments on her displeasure for some of the fashion choices at the Oscars and Rivah TV, listen, man, there's a time and a place for everything. I'm in agreement with these two women. There's a time and a place for everything. Now, again, I get it. Like I said earlier, everyone wants to do whatever they want. Okay. But let's think about this for a second. Would you wear a mini dress that barely covers, anything to a kid's baseball game? Would you? You definitely shouldn't. Would you show up to a formal White House event for President Obama in see-through lingerie? If Dr. King or Malcolm X were alive today and invited you to a meeting, would you wear a mini skirt so short that it's inappropriate? Would you do it? You definitely should not. See, like I said earlier, people want to do away with modesty. They want to do away with sophistication. They want to do away with grace and elegance. They do. They want to throw that stuff out the window. Oh, who are they to give me a dress code? Listen, man, if I show up to an establishment and there was a dress code that says, hey, you can't sag your pants, which I don't do anyway, but still, you can't sag your pants. You can't wear skirts so short that I can see the type of panties that you're wearing. You can't come in here smelling like cigarettes or smelling like alcohol or smelling like reefer. This is a black suit and tie event. Okay, this is a casual, sophisticated event. You have to come in here dressed with some dignity. I wouldn't care about that, man. I wouldn't. Okay, because in a world where everybody wants to do away with decorum and wants to do away with class and wants to do away with that type of stuff, there still needs to be a place for it, man. It needs to be a place for it. Elegance should not be erased just because society is pushing a wear whatever you want agenda. There is a place for sophistication, for grace, and for refinement, and we definitely should not let society do away with that, man. No matter what anybody says. People want to do away with God. They want to do away with morality. They want to do away with sophistication. They want to do away with grace. They want to do away with anything that has any integrity, any dignity, etc. And let's just go in here and just wild out just because we can do that. Nah. That needs to be X'd. Seriously. Now, at the end of the day, man, women don't have to undress to be attractive. That's a fact. Just look at the pictures I showed. Okay? There's a time and a place for everything. You don't have to show everything to be beautiful. You don't have to show skin in order to get attention. You already are. Okay? If we continue to erase the standards of class and dignity, we'll lose the very thing that makes special occasions special. Do not do away with special occasions, man. Don't do it. Don't do it just because society is trying to do it. And with that being said, I want to leave you all with this. 1 Timothy 2:9, quote, I also want the women to dress modestly with decency and propriety, adorning themselves, not with elaborate hairstyles or gold or pearls or expensive clothes, but with good deeds, unquote. All right. Let's bring back elegance. Let's bring back sophistication. Let's bring back grace. All right. Do not do away with this isn't do not do away with, hey man, this is a suit and tie event. Don't do away with it. All right. Keep that. We got to keep that, man. And with that being said, man, to God be the glory. If you all agree, if you disagree, drop a comment below. And don't forget to like, and subscribe, man. Until next time, I'll catch y'all later. Shout out to Rivah. Shout out to Sheri Shepard. Who else? Attire and Megan Thee Stallion, everybody, man. But let's not do away with grace, man, when it comes to wearing certain clothes, man. We can't. All right? Peace. To God be the glory. Jesus is Lord. I'm gone. Peace.